Good New Year's Eve, everybody. Today we're going to be working on this vintage leaf blower vacuum here. I don't know how old it is, but I could tell already by where I had to take the vent off the engine. This seems like it needs a carburetor rebuild here. First of all, it's still got the Indian head on the shroud here, and your VIN number is right on top of the shroud here. I had to clean it off. It was like rusty, bad. I couldn't even make out the number. So what I did was I took a picture of the numbers. This way we could get a rebuild carb for it. Like I said, today's New Year's Eve. I'm sure he's open a half a day maybe up there, or I'll have to wait till Friday to go up and get the rebuild kit. But before we jump to that, what you want to do with something like this is also what we want to do here is we're going to remove the carburetor, and we're going to take the bowl off and make sure it's a rebuildable carburetor. If not, he's going to have to get a new carburetor for it. I'm sure the kit is going to cost me more than the carburetor would if you ordered it online. I'm going to begin by maybe taking this wheel off if it comes off easy, and then I'm going to take the support off here, which I already sprayed with a PB blaster, and then we'll take the air filter housing off, pull the carburetor off, and see what we got. Okay, I think I shut the camera off as usual. I was saying the first thing you want to do is check the oil, and which I did, and the oil is full, and I didn't see any metal deposits in the oil. The oil looked fairly clean for what we're working on here. If anybody's ever heard of this, please comment me. It's a Van Industries Incorporated, Clinton, North Carolina. It's a pretty neat machine. I hope it runs good. So far what I did was there was a cotter pin in a washer that was holding a wheel on. So I went ahead and we don't want to lose any washers. So I went ahead and pulled the wheel off, and I pulled off the support here. I always try to make it as easy as possible. I'm going to take the muffler off. I already loosened the bolts. If you feel the bolts are going to snap or anything, try to just work around that and just leave the muffler on, because you don't want to break off a bolt in the block. And I'll be right back. I'm going to pull the carburetor off, or try to anyway. Okay, we're back. I got the carburetor off. I was able to pull the whole manifold and carburetor assembly off. Yeah, the intake manifold, because these nuts and bolts are a pain in the ass. Sometimes you can't take the intake manifold off, and I was able to. Now, this thing here looks like the float, which I knew it had a copper float in it. Looks like it's all tarred up. I don't know if the gas, I'm pretty sure maybe the gas did that. I don't have to clean that float off. I'm going to float it in some gasoline, make sure it doesn't sink, make sure there's no hole in the float. And this is what's at the bottom of the bowl. It's like a crusty, tarish. Like this started happening when it was leaded fuel. That's what it almost looks like. What I like about these is the bolt that holds the bowl on the bottom. It has a high-speed mixture screw, so you can adjust the high speed, which is nice. I like that. They did away with all that. They don't want anybody touching carburetor adjustments or anything. And this one also has a low-speed jet screw too. You could adjust. So, oh, here it is. Yeah, it's there. Okay, it focused. Try to touch it with my finger here. It's right here. So I'm going to have to take this all apart. It's all gunked up pretty bad. So Oh, by the way, I don't even think I mentioned it. The problem he was having is it was flooding gas out. The needle and seat was most likely stuck. I'm having a little trouble talking. It's a little cold out here today. So, okay. Stay tuned for part 2. If it's not today, have a happy new year, and I'll see you next year. Thanks for watching.